back to championship court and our next women's pro doubles matchup. We have Jill Braverman and Susanna Barr serving on the far end to Sarah Ansboury and Andrea Koop on the near end. And a quick start out of the gate for Barr and Braverman, our number 3 seeded team today. Ansboury and Koop, number 2 seed here in our women's draw. Garland Jones is our USA Pickleball certified referee for this matchup.
2-0-2.
Ball is called just out. Nice job by Braverman asking the ref if they are on the correct side. They were not. So good job recognizing that, avoiding that error. Just a little high there from Ansboury as they settle into this match.
Koop and Ansboury's second match, they took out Taylor Ewell and Cassandra Gerke 3-3 in their first. And this is also the second match for Barr and Braverman as we watched their first match here on championship court. They took down Whitwell and Johnson 8-11, 12-10, 11-3.
Ansboury and Koop. I'm not sure if they've played together before. Certainly if they have, it's very few. So definitely not a regular partnership. So we'll see how they do here today. Definitely have different styles of play as well. We'll see how well they mesh here today.
Jill takes it off his shoulder.
But not quite as dramatic as it seems.
I know, she's acting very dramatic.
Yeah, she needs a minute. She
off
needs
her shoulder.
3-1-2.
Yeah, she's like, Susanna, step aside, I'll take this right now. She about hip checked her to get out of the way of that one.
Did a great job backing Koop and Ansboury off that kitchen line. Good eye. Letting it fly.
That was like weighing, right?
Bronze goes to Terry Anderson and Denise Wenzel. Silver goes to Joyce Dorn and
Braverman, no stranger to being
she's fiery. She wants everything.
That's the word.
Oh, nice spot right there from Susanna Barr down the middle. Braverman's a competitor. She wants everything. Look where she's at. She's about a foot off the kitchen line. She's got to be towing that kitchen line if she wants to take that ball out of the air. Okay, she gets away with it right there. I don't like the decision right there from Braverman to bring them back up. They had them on their heels, keep them back there.
You know we hate that, Dom.
Yeah, keep that pressure on. Oh, Thor's hammer right there, laying down the hammer. Sarah Ansbury's paddle, otherwise known as Thor's hammer, as it weighs about 17.5 ounces.
And she is the only one worthy to yield it.
Yes. Oh, good spot again. Braverman and Barr are finding some success in the middle of Koop and Ansboury. And, you know, kind of like you said, how often they play together, not very, the Koop and Ansboury pairing. So trying to figure out the middle. Oh, what a shot there from Sarah Ansboury. Just a cross-court drop, no chance.
Beautiful. Ansboury, one of the OGs on the pro scene, really. Been playing at that top level for quite a few years now. Head pickleball pro at Palmetto Dunes on Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. Nice recovery for Barr.
Oh, wow.
Oh. Very dramatic end to that rally.
3-5-1.
Nice ball down the line from Susanna Barr to end that point, but as you said, calling Sarah an OG. Many people know she is one of the first ever sponsored pickleball players on tour. Before the tour was even a glimmer in Ken Herman's eye.
She's just so steady. Of course, she and Rafa Hewitt finished 4th yesterday, had a very successful day, just missing out on that bronze medal match, but they had some amazing matches all day long. Really had hoped we would get them on center court, but schedule did not allow it, unfortunately.
Oh, great angle there from Braverman, and again, it's all about those angles, Lauren. We talked about that all day yesterday. Create the angle, makes it very difficult for your opponents to get anything back. Hitting back to that baseline, this light plastic pickleball doesn't go very far. You've got to create angles to get the ball away from your opponent.
Of course, Andrea Koop took gold yesterday in mixed doubles with her partner Ben Johns.
5-4-2. Wide out. Four, 5-1.
Nice pull there from Braverman. You watch her, when she's about to pull on that two-hander, what she does is as that ball bounces, she lets it bounce, lets it get to its apex as high as it's going to bounce, then she attacks it. She doesn't try and attack it from a low point to make it much more difficult.
Almost looked like Braverman took her eye off that ball. You could see her almost looking at Ansboury to see where she was going to go instead of watching that ball through to her conclusion of that swing. Well, miscommunication again. And there, I mean, every single person that has ever played pickleball in a tournament knows how important chemistry is between partners. There's got to be, you know, and that can be built, chemistry can be built over time, but without it, it can spell disaster.
5-5-2.
saw it. They did. They all saw it. They all saw it right here.
All right. Koop made the call of out.
Referee overruled.
That was overruled. Now that replay does look like it hit that line, but we talk over and over again. It can be so hard to call those in the moment.
Yep.
Point. Five, two.
7-5-2.
There's a little miscommunication right there on the part of Ansboury and Koop. Koop was not switching, and then all of a sudden saw Ansboury at the corner of Ryan ends up switching in the end, but wow, that is a great ball from Jill Braverman. Timeout here from Ansboury and Koop.
The score is 9-5-2.
Down
You have 1 minute.
9-5 here in game 1.
All right, of course, this Jigsaw Health Hydration break. Awesome to have the Jigsaw crew here in person at Palm Creek Resort, former home of the Nationals tournament, which is set to kick off this next week in Indian Wells, California. And as we mentioned before about Miss Sarah Ansboury, one of the OGs of professional pickleball, originally from Portland, Oregon. Hilton Head is where she calls home now, plays for Team Head. Impressive APP Tour record, except for singles. That is a trash record of 0-0 because she doesn't play singles.
She hasn't played singles, I don't think, since, well,
it's
been a
since
while.
she started.
Yeah.
Number 6 on that APP standings list. Love having Ansboury out on tour. And as you mentioned before, Dom, if you want to know more about Sarah Ansboury, I had a first date with her, which you can also find on our YouTube channel, APP TV.
You had a first date with her?
Yeah.
I had a lesson with her? She's all over APP TV.
It's because we love Sarah Ansboury.
10-5-2.
All right, game point here for Braverman and Barr in this first game. They both essentially told the other to get it at the same time, which then means nobody gets it. But of course, the pressure is on here for Ansboury and Koop to make something happen here as they're staring down that game point.
Yours. Yours. Mine. Mine, you. You. Mine. Me.
Yeah, just a little too aggressive right there from Braverman. Again, we talked earlier when she let that ball bounce and come up to its apex and pull the trigger. Right there, she lets it bounce and tries to get it on the way up. And unfortunately, as you're getting it on the way up, the ball's going to keep going up.
Science.
Science. Good pressure there, keeping Ansboury and Koop back.
6-10-2.
Yours.
Good leave, good hands from Koop off the tape.
Seven, 10-2.
Me. Mine.
Great angle there from Andrea Koop. And Just
Nice
like
job even
that.
staying in that rally after Ansboury left the ball just a little too high in the middle of that rally. Had to scramble a little bit, but got back in.
Within 2 now.
Wide open. 10-8-1.
And that will be game 1 for Barr and Braverman. After a valiant effort from Ansboury and Koop, we'll take a short break here on Championship Court and be right back for game number 2 in this women's pro doubles match coming up next. Welcome back to this women's pro doubles semifinal matchup. Sarah Ansboury and Andrea Koop on the far end. Start us off serving to Susanna Barr and Jill Braverman, who took game 1 11-8. Winner of this heads to the winner bracket final,
where they will face Irina Terashenko and Leah Jansen as they defeated Elise Jones and Megan Sheehan-Dazan 12-10, 11-8.
Wow.
What a match.
That's it. Nice, Susanna.
So Jill is screaming at Susanna, "That's awesome, so nice." Even though she hit it in the net.
And then
It's all right.
you did that, Dom.
Yeah. It's all right.
0-0-1.
Oh, great drop there from Jill Braverman as she goes complete opposite of what she's been doing all day and just goes nice and soft.
Ansboury had some great resets. She just didn't make any movement towards the net at any point on each one.
And it's opposite of what Braverman's been doing all day, because as they came over while we were in commercial break, she looks at me and goes, "Playing a little bit of tennis out here, Dom." That's exactly what she's doing. She's ripping, gripping and ripping today.
Ooh. Ball is up and over. We're gonna take a second here while it is retrieved. Here it comes.
Let's go!
Braverman getting fired up, but she doesn't need a lot to get fired up, Dom. It's pretty
No.
instantaneous on
Yes.
anything.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, partner.
Yeah, so even though that's Braverman's forehand, right? And so everybody always talks about forehand, middle has a forehand, or forehand has the middle. It's the biggest misconception in pickleball. That is not Braverman's ball. It's going away from her, as you noticed right there.
Oh, what a get.
Right? And so that ball's going away from Braverman, even though it is her forehand. It's going right into the two-handed backhand of Susanna Barr. That is why that is her ball.
Science.
Science.
Yours. Yours. Go.
Good spot there from Susanna Barr. She finds the middle.
1-1-2.
You. Go.
Nice angle there from Braverman. Nice and easy. Doesn't need to hit that too hard.
1-1-1. You
Good patience.
Yeah, able to get that ball down at the feet right there.
Attention players and spectators, we have some medals to award. Women's skilling 4:45 combined 19 plus. Bronze goes to Monica Kierski and Shonda Davidson. Silver goes to Julia Henderson and Stephanie Glad. And gold goes to Sarah Botski and Sarah
Nice job. Braverman's been caught a couple times with the ball getting behind her. She has recovered pretty well on most of them. That one, though, sails long. 1-1-1 here in game 2.
Congratulations to all ladies. Please meet over at the Braverman stand to receive your award.
Got it. Yours. Yours. Go.
What work from Ansboury and Koop, just fighting to live another shot out of the transition area. And it ends up working and forcing the unforced error from Braverman.
Got not this one? Okay.
2-1-1.
Here we go.
Oh,
Learn that from you, partner.
another miscommunication there. I just need to point out there is a pickle in the crowd on center court.
Please don't point that out.
Dom has a irrational fear of pickles.
No, I just have an issue that pickles.
No, be honest, Dom.
Yes,
be
I
honest.
do.
Irrational
I
fear.
am being honest. That an actual pickle has nothing to do with pickleball.
That is true. But it's fun.
Nothing
It's
to do with
fun.
it. Nothing. Nothing to do with pickle.
But there is actually a person in a pickle costume.
There is.
That's a fact, which I appreciate very much.
Oh, nice spot there, though. I like the pull there from Susanna Barr on the line, but Ansboury able to open up and get to her forehand fast enough to counter that.
1-2-2.
Ooh, Braverman. She's so good at that pull cross court as she speeds it up. She doesn't speed it up straight up. She goes cross with it. Works so well. I think a fun exercise would be everybody that's watching on YouTube and Facebook, please comment your favorite kind of pickle.
2-2-1.
What's your favorite kind of pickle?
I think you're just doing this to get to me. Right?
No, it's
You're doing it. You're
it's a
doing it.
bonding
You're doing it.
exercise. Mine is a sweet mini gherkin.
Nice reset from Braverman.
Ooh! Oh, Ansboury gets there, which is in a feat in and of itself, but can't quite inch that up and over the net.
Me. You. You.
Long there from Barr is, again, that's the little bit of frustration as Ansboury and Cooper getting everything back.
3-2-2.
Yours. Mine.
You.
Out.
You.
Ansboury, the most emotion we've seen out of her so far. This match coming out on top of this rally they had to fight for. And I was thinking during that, I don't know if you agree, it kind of seems like Ansboury and Koop, they're not controlling these rallies, they're surviving these rallies. And I think that is kind of the difference that's being seen. The score, they're up by 2, but it's like they never seem really in control. They kind of, you know, make it through them, but I'd love to see a little more offense out of them on these rallies.
Yes.
Oh, Koop almost saves it after Ansbury's got to hustle up to get that drop shot. All right, Rosemary loves a kosher dill. Sammy Lee says all pickles are terrible, which is a terrible opinion. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. Sweet gherkins from Dave. Agreed. There you go. Another sweet gherkin fan. Anyone into that bread and butter pickle situation going on? I'm not saying I am. I'm just saying it's an option. You don't like pickles, Tom?
You all right?
No, I love pickles.
Oh, well, what's your favorite kind of pickle?
Are you sure? You a minute?
Little ones.
Yeah, the gherkins. Yep, same.
But just not during pickleball.
Well, yeah, we're not eating pickles now. However, pickle juice, excellent for cramping, if you guys didn't know that already.
Don't be
Dill pickle juice especially.
That's good for cramping. You know what else is good for cramping? Jigsaw Health. Don't be a cramper.
If you need to throw some product at somebody to help them out.
Throw it at Randy.
Yeah, I mean, Randy Coleman, just anytime you see him.
Four, three, one.
Nice spot there from Braverman, right at Ansbury's foot.
4, 3, 2.
Yours. Yours. Yours.
Oh,
Oh, wow. That first lock
yeah.
does not get up and over. Great defense, though.
Over here.
We're serving Susanna. And Andrea is the correct server?
Yeah.
That's it. 5.
Yeah.
Thank you. We have 3.
Yeah.
Come here.
5, 3, 2.
Yours.
Mine. Yep.
Yours. Mine.
Let's go.
perfect spot. Not only does Sarah Ansboury get that lob, but places it perfectly.
Right. All about that placement.
6, 3, 2.
Oh, Braverman again, going soft, showing her sensitive side with these cross-court drops.
I
Beautiful.
don't know, is it sensitive so much as just like
It is.
vicious? A vicious soft drop? Oh, tags Koop as that one is flying out. Can't get out of the way.
Good ball.
4, 6, 1. Point.
Barr and Braverman getting back into this game
5, 6,
too.
1.
5-6-2.
Second serve. 5-6-2.
Nice pull there from Andrea Koop on the two-handed backhand. Ball ricochets out.
Maintain their slim 1-point lead here in game 2. Ansboury and Koop trying to force that game 3 here to head to that winner bracket final.
So Koop and Ansboury have the middle covered now, right? So they figured that out. That's what veterans do. Even if you've never played together before, it may take a little bit of a learning curve, but they have figured that out. Middle is covered now. And as you're seeing, they're right back in this second game.
5-6-1.
The Barr knows what she did wrong right there, and as she's trying to block that, she jumped backwards. If she just holds her ground, is on the balls of her feet, stays there, she's all right.
By Ansboury getting there is
The miscommunication in the middle again. But it is miscommunication, but it's more frustration because both of them, Barr and Braverman, had balls that should be putaways. But Ansboury and Koop doing such a good job of digging those out. Now both of them want that ball because they're like, no, I'm gonna end this.
6-5-1.
Yeah, and that's the pressure of Braverman coming over and just showing that Ernie. Ansboury trying to be perfect with it.
6-5-2.
It's like a solar eclipse comes in front of me.
no.
Oh, it's just Steve Taylor. Our lovely photographer on the APP tour, getting pictures of all these ladies and gentlemen today from every possible angle. He's now in our booth.
Only the best angles.
Only the best from Steve Taylor, AKA Dig Spat.
5-6-2.
5-6-2. Barr digs herself out. Oh, wow. What a rally.
Phenomenal point from all four of those ladies right there. Some great resets on both sides of the net from all four ladies. And Braverman gets the roll off the net with the fake "I'm sorry." Kind of said that loud enough so she could hear it, and she had a chuckle.
6-6-2.
Again, you say it all the time. You're like,
don't apologize.
Stop apologizing, because nobody means it.
Nobody is sorry about that.
I always say if you mean it, then do the point over.
Yeah,
if you're really that sorry, let's do the point over.
Exactly.
It's not happening. So that ball there was out. We're back here, and it was out by a couple inches.
6, 7, 1.
Nice job. There's the aggression I talked about earlier that I'd like to see a little more out of Ansboury and Koop. Kind of go on the offensive. Attack, put a little more pressure on here.
7, 7, 1.
Tied at 7s. They need this game too. And a serve return long from Braverman puts them up by 1.
1. Timeout called by the receiving team.
And we're going to have a
You have 1 minute.
Jigsaw Health hydration break here called from Barr and Braverman as Ansboury and Koop have gone a little run here as this game 2 is reaching its conclusion. Koop and Ansboury looking to go to that game 3, trying to head to that winner bracket final. Barr and Braverman having a little chat here, really discussing strategy.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here out of this timeout. Again, like you said, Ansboury and Koop coming back here, looking to take this to a 3rd game. Braverman and Barr want to end this, don't want this to go to 3. Would love to conserve some energy moving into that winner's bracket final.
Time in. Time 7, 1.
All right, Ansboury and Koop still on first serve as well out of this timeout. 2 points left to put on the board to head to that game 3.
Yours.
Got it.
Me. 9. Got it. All the way back. Come on. 2 points.
All right, a game point here for Ansboury and Koop, still on first serve. Can they force that game 3? Ooh, nice recovery from Barr.
Yeah, good hands by Susanna Barr right there, holding that and keeping that ball in play.
Otherwise, that could have been the game right there.
10, 7, 2.
All right, second game point.
Yours.
Go. You.
Come here. Out. Come on.
Timeout. 7, 10, 1.
Yeah. Let's go.
Point.
Beautiful shot from Braverman right down the middle on that back line.
8, 10, 1. Second serve. Eight, 10, 2.
You. You. 9. You.
Yep.
Yours.
Braverman just on the attack, catches 2 net cords that Ansboury is able to handle. But then with the clean winner, 1 point away from tying this up. Braverman dropping the paddle in pure frustration, as that is an easy ball for her to handle. She'll be the first to admit that, but it is game point number 3 for Ansboury and Koop.
Huge hold, maintaining, not allowing them to tie it up at 10. 2 opportunities here.
Me. You got it. One more.
Second serve.
I truly believe they have to be more aggressive. When they kind of stay back on the defense and kind of let the balls come to them and sort of hope it works out, I want to see more intentionality, I guess, in trying to make something happen.
I got it. Fine. Got it.
Yep.
Yours.
Yep.
Stay with.
Wow, patience was the name of the game on that rally, as Koop and Ansboury biding their time, waiting for that perfect shot. They finally get it, able to force that game 3. We'll take a short commercial break here in the meantime and be back with the conclusion of the semifinal matchup in our women's pro doubles bracket right after this. Welcome back to the action. Lauren McLaughlin and Dominic Catalano here courtside for this women's pro doubles semifinal matchup here at the APP Tour Casa Grande Open, presented by Pro XR Pickleball. Our women have split games 1 and 2. Jill Braverman and Susanna Barr start game 3 on the far end. Sarah Ansboury and Andrea Koop on the near end. Winner of this heads to our winner bracket final. And Koop and Ansboury come out swinging here in game 3.
0-0-1. Second serve.
Appreciate everyone watching online, at home, and here in person at Palm Creek Resort. It's been a fantastic crowd so far this weekend. Really enjoying these high-level pro matchups.
You.
Yep.
Wow, 1-2 combo there from Susanna Barr as she gets the popped up block from Sarah Ansboury and is able to put that ball away. Nice job by Barr.
Just a little too high there from Ansboury, and she knew it.
1-0-1.
Got it. Yours.
Yep.
Mine.
Nope. Second serve.
Nice lead from Ansboury, letting that float out of the back of the court there. And it is clouded up nicely here today, giving these players a little break from that sun in their eyes.
1-0-2.
Beautiful weekend of pickleball here. Okay, Jill Braverman, I see you.
Great job. Braverman down on both knees, digging that ball out. Beautifully done. Watch this live look in on the replay, brought to you by Boxcar Productions.
Down she goes. There's that pull we've seen from Braverman, that cross-court speed up versus straight on. Koop's ready for it that time.
Hold him.
0-2-1.
Yours. Mine.
Koop and Ansboury finally on the board here in game 3.
Come on, hold him.
1-2-1.
just long. Oh, looks like Braverman
Got something in
has
her
something in her eye.
Yeah.
Or possibly sunblock. I know that can, it's very sunny here. The players make sure and put sunblock on so they're not getting burnt. Then, of course, you're sweating, you're wiping your face. Easily can get a little sunblock in the eye. We all know that's no fun.
Yours. Yours. Yours.
Nice job by Andrea Koop, and off the speed up from Braverman. And Koop able to get on top of that and put that down right there.
3, 2, 1.
Here
I love this crowd. This crowd is giving me life. The whole crowd is just like, oh.
All right, so a timeout here from Braverman and Barr. 5-2 lead here on first server for Ansboury and Koop. They have answered the bell here to start game 3, 1 point away from the end change. And Braverman and Barr need to regroup here. Unforced errors being the name of this third game.
Do you feel like Ansboury and Koop are being more aggressive this third game?
Yes, they are. And what happened, though, was Koop got sped up on by Braverman. And so I saw that 2 points ago. But they're playing their game. And what's happening is they're letting these points elongate a little bit and waiting for the right opportunity. And they need to do that. But they also need to be aggressive and bring the speed up to Barr and Braverman.
15 seconds.
Because if you sit on your heels and you get, again, you're on your heels and you're backing up away from that kitchen line, and then that's trouble.
All right, into the action from our Jigsaw Health hydration break. Ansboury with the serve.
5, 2, 1.
Up 5-1. Oh, the miss hit from Koop. Good lob, though, from Barr. It's just high enough that Koop couldn't get a good paddle on it.
5, 2, 2.
Move to second server. And let's watch this replay. Another close call. That one, it's hard on that angle when you're on the other side of the ball. But that one is called out. So we have the end change. Ansboury and Koop up 6-2 here, and they head to the far end, while Braverman and Barr come to the near end to conclude this third game. This has been a match of very close calls, Dom.
Yeah, absolutely.
A little
it has been.
contentious at times, kind of go on both sides. And we see that continue here in game 3, so we'll see how that plays out. If Koop and Ansboury can continue their run as the sun starts peeking back out here, or can Braverman and Barr get this side out and get something going?
Yours.
Ansboury and Koop with their biggest lead they've had this entire match.
Seven, 2, 2.
Yours.
Let's go.
Yeah, Koop and Ansboury just feeling it right now, kind of on cruise control, up 8-2 here.
Couple of those errors from Barr, these last couple rallies.
What's our score?
Might see a timeout here
8-2-2.
in the very near future if this continues and they're not able to get that side out. Just short. So the side out is indeed what they get. Some work to do here.
Point.
So Ansboury tries to get that volley out of the air, obviously, but she's stepping through it, and as she goes to hit that, hits down on it. Much better adjustment right there on that volley.
Ooh, very high there from Koop. And that's how quick the tides can turn in pickleball. Just a couple errors from Koop and Ansboury, and the momentum swings to Barr and Braverman here. Braverman telling herself, don't be greedy.
You're there, you're there.
You got it. You got it. You.
That two-handed backhand from Andrea Koop is a thing of beauty. One of the best in the business. Big hold from Ansboury, and Koop maintain a 4-point lead. Oh, oops. Aw.
Braverman takes it off her nose, but it was off her paddle first.
It was off Barr's paddle.
No, it's hers. It was
No,
her
it
own paddle.
No, it hit Susanna's paddle and then it ricocheted into her, which is why Barr was like, are you okay?
9-4-1.
Someone confirm whose paddle that was off of. Dominic and I are disagreeing.
Oh, good job of Jill Braverman getting out of the way of that one. That's beautiful. Wins that hands battle.
9-4-2.
So Koop there, but just trying to be too precise with it down the line. Pulls it wide.
Jill Braverman getting as small as she can there, hiding behind the net because she knows that ball's coming right at her since she's not able to get out of the kitchen in time.
4-9-2.
4-9-2. Wow. Great effort there from Koop.
Jill Braverman throughout that point, she reset a couple balls standing straight up in the air, and then eventually tags Andrea Koop right there on the right shoulder. Jill said she just needs 5 more like that and they'll be set.
I mean, don't we all?
You.
Nice spot there. Braverman finds the middle. I'll get that side out and try and end this here. 2 points away from moving on to the winner's bracket final.
These are 2 of the most communicative teams in the sport, hands down. I know you guys at home can just hear them constantly, you, me, both sides. Oh my goodness, what a pickup from Barr.
And a lot of that does come from 2 players on 1 player on each side. Sarah Ansboury, constant communicator, and so is Susanna Barr. Susanna Barr, no matter who she's playing with, constantly talking, communicating, letting her partner know whose, if it's yours, mine.
9-6-1.
9-6-1.
Yours.
So you heard there, Barr says mine, and yep. Dom, you're clearly talking too loudly.
So.
Jill can hear everything you're saying.
10-6-1.
But again, both of them said mine and went for that.
Second serve.
And in all honesty, that last ball, I think that ball is Jill's. Ball was coming to her on her angle. It's going away from Susanna. So I'd like to see that ball be taken by Jill.
Nice get from Ansboury. And there's the match for Andrea Koop and Sarah Ansboury. What a matchup between these 4 ferocious ladies. Great effort from Jill Braverman and Susanna Barr. They're still in it. They drop to our consolation bracket while Ansboury and Koop head to our winner bracket final. Dominic will head to the Franklin studio to chat with Ansboury and Koop about that fantastic matchup. He's going to go have a conversation, a talk, a lovely, wonderful thing. We'll take a short break and he'll be in the Franklin studio. Don't go anywhere. And then we have our men's winner bracket final coming up right after that. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a great one right after this.
Back in the Franklin Pickleball studio, Dominic Catalano with Andrea Koop and Sarah Ansboury after their victory over Jill Braverman and Susanna Barr in a semifinal matchup. Guys, you guys have never played together before, right? You've known each other for, God, 20 years now, it seems like, right? But never played together before. Saw that just a little in first game.
Yeah.
The middle was kind of open for them. And there was just a little bit of almost you looking at each other. That switched in game 2. You fixed it right away. 2 veteran players fixed that and then solved the problem. Was that something that you guys kind of talked about in between games 1 and 2?
No.
Don't say anything at all.
We were having trouble the whole match just getting our drops down and getting up to the line, and our
Yeah.
focus was we just got to get up to the line because
Yeah.
other than in that third game, Jill had some sick gets.
Yeah, she got balls back there.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
thought, other than I mean, she had amazing gets, but we thought once we were up at that line, we were winning most of those battles. But it was a challenge for all 3 games to get up.
Yeah.
Right, and you say that like it was hard to get up to the line because Jill was playing, and even before that match, early in that first match, she's like, looks over in the booth and she goes, playing a little bit of tennis out here. That's exactly what she was doing. She was gripping and ripping the 2-handed backhand and putting a lot of pressure on you guys to get up to the kitchen. But once you did, it seemed like you guys settled in. Was it something like, again, you said, Andrea, that was something you guys saw?
I think we know that a big part of our game plan is we have to get our drops in.
Yeah.
and I think, again, like she said, our main focus was focusing on us and what we needed to do, which was we got to get our drops in and we got to get to the line. So, we switched things around a little bit to make that work, and so that we could build the point. That's, we like to build it and put it away and finish it. And the longer the point was, that's what we were looking for. So once we it still wasn't our ideal situation, I got to say that, but hopefully we'll get our drops in the next match.
And so now moving ahead, Irina Tereshchenko, Leah Jansen in the winners bracket final. What are you anticipating in that matchup?
Honestly, obviously they're going to be a great team. I think it'll be a little bit more natural pickleball though, because they're not going to be as unorthodox. I think we just played against. They're very good at it, Jill and Susanna, but put them together, they're probably the two most unorthodox high-level women's players. And then when they're on the same side of the net, you don't. It's hard to read. Even Jill with her tennis background, I have no idea where the ball's going on.
It's hard to tell. Yeah.
So, okay, moving ahead, looks like it's going to be more of a traditional matchup against them. I'm anticipating some longer points, some drawn-out points. If that happens, who do you think has the advantage?
I think that's how we're going to have to play them. I mean, they're going to try to rip it and grip it against us. They'll play first strike pickleball, and we're going to have to, if that works for us, great. But I think we're going to have to pick our spots and try to make the points go a little bit longer and wear them out a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations, ladies, on to that winners bracket final. So congrats.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, men's pro doubles winner bracket final on Championship Court. Don't go anywhere.